everyone. Well, we are gonna do something kind of stupid. We're gonna play an interactive fiction ebook that is only playable on a Kindle. It's available through Amazon Digital Services as, I think they called it active content. My name is Mikhail, and we're playing Dusk World. We're gonna do a let's play of an interactive ebook called Dusk World, and we're gonna do it on a Kindle DX, which was, I guess, Amazon's attempt to cater to like academia, and it's actually not a bad device for reading through like academic articles that you've downloaded from JSTOR and other services similar to that, because unlike an iPad, it does not have the backlighting, so it's a lot easier on the eyes. But anyways, for whatever reason, whether it was too expensive or just like maybe the market wasn't ready for it, it didn't really catch on. But I got one because at the time I really needed it, and I still do. Okay, so Dusk World. Let's also really kind of going risky with content matching, because I'm just gonna, since there's no like audio to this thing, I'm just playing like a bunch of soundtracks from through Spotify. So I wonder what that's gonna do to that YouTube video when they eventually transfer it over from Twitch to YouTube. All right, so we're going to very quickly check out the instruction. Oh, actually, let's do the about. Dusk World is a work of interactive fiction by Reflexive Entertainment, developed by Impish Studios Incorporated. Whether they're still around is unknown, but we'll see. All right, instructions, because apparently there are supposed to be action scenes in this thing on a device that has, possibly the worst refresh rate that you can have while playing a game. Alright, Dusk World allows you to control the story of Agent Patriot. Awesome. A former superhero imprisoned for crimes he didn't commit. Armed with your leech superpower that lets you borrow superpowers from others. Oh, so this is basically Infamous Second Son. Yeah. Well, yeah. This is basically Infamous Second Son. Alright. You must find a way to clear your name and solve the mystery. Alright. This is so dumb. But I like it. During your adventure, you will talk to others. Some people will be against you, and others will help you. Dialogue from others will be shown as dialogue balloons pointing to the speaker. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, the choices will appear in a double-lined box. To highlight a choice, press the 5-way controller up or down. Okay, and then to make a choice, press in. Alright. When you enter a fight, Agent Patriot's combat sense will reveal a pattern for you to follow. You will need to memorize the order of attacks and use the keyboard when prompted to enter the same pattern. So, I guess you can't really see this, but maybe I should move this up a little bit. So there's a keyboard here, and so I guess during action scenes I will be required to press on these buttons, on these tiny little buttons, or keys, I guess. But, okay. If you lose twice, you can choose to use a hint and skip the battle entirely as if you've won. So that's probably what L.A. Noire was inspired by, when you can skip those action sequences or like, chase scenes and such. Because of course, oh, okay. That's it for instructions. Alright. Start new adventure then. Chapter 1. Bramstrung Prison. I used to think you were born good or bad. Others with sharper minds than mine might say it's our choice that ultimately make us who we are. Hell, maybe it's a little of both. already off to a terrific writing example here. Okay, Bramstrang Prison, Cell 2. Should I do a voice? I may have to do a voice.
Trust me, I'm no great thinker. Not by a long shot. But 6 months in the Super Slammer will make anyone wax philosophical. You see, I'm in this place for 2 murders. And the damnedest thing is, I don't remember whether or not I did the crimes. That's the part that gets me. I don't know whether I'm inherently good or bad. But I don't take this lying down. Before I was here, in the real world, I had a knack for detective work. So to keep myself busy, each day I try to piece the information that I know together, thumbing through my past memories like files in a cabinet, trying to figure out why I'm locked up in the world's most secure supervillain prison. Problem is, some of the most important files are missing. I started by reciting the most critical memories I can recall. I remember my names. Real name, Simon Pritchard. Secret alias, Agent Patriot.
Guys, I can't. The Agent Patriot thing is way too good.
Next, I flip deeper into the file cabinet of my mind, rummaging through my oldest memories. Childhood. Growing up in the South Side Dusk, from a broken immigrant home. I dealt with it, used my gifts to survive, fed what family I had, and called the streets and the skyscrapers my home. I cheated. I ran jobs for the mob families. I was a teenager and didn't know any better. The mob promoted me to enforcer and called me the Chimera, a supervillain they could trust for big jobs. I even fought some of the Vindicators. I was no saint. And then my mind drifts to me in my 20s. My second chance. In Europe, World War II was raging. The Allies were losing to the fascists, and the American government begged hero and villain alike to save the world. No questions asked. Full pardons given. I took the chance, entered the hero relocation program, and became Agent Patriot. I fought tooth and nail across the deadliest war zones, bled with the Vindicators and Captain Majestic, the greatest heroes in the world. And when I came back from the war, I admit, I enjoyed feeling like a hero. Fast forward years later, I kept the mask and tights, even helped the Vindicators get some supervillains of the streets. I was a superhero. But all that changed 6 months ago, and that's where my memories get hazy. 1 minute I'm the toast of the town, another minute they want my head. Convicted of the arson murder of a corrupt politician and the slaying of my best friend in a shady alley. One thing I learned about people, they love to hear a fall from grace story. And I fell down hard.
This is actually not bad.
I focus intently and recall a blurry memory that's been haunting me for months. I see a living rapier, and I, on patrol, investigating a location that I don't remember. I push harder to see more, but the memory is too fragile. Like I'm trying to grab smoke with my hands. Whoever did this to me did a masterful screw job. Nothing to do but sit and wait.
You are trapped in a prison with electrified bars. What will you do? Okay, first choice, sit and wait. Second choice, scream out for help. And third choice, examine lock. I feel like
I'm gonna examine the lock. Focusing my sight, I can see the outside lock of my cell reflected from glass across the hall. The lock that bars the prison door looks extremely sophisticated. It's hardened with reinforced tensile titanium, and the bars are energized with lightning strength electricity. It is a prison fit to cage a superhero. Doesn't look like I'll be going anywhere soon.
Okay, well... I'm gonna scream out for help.
You
You scream, shouting out into the silence, hoping your words will find ears. Anyone. Seconds after, you hear a light chuckle that builds to a mocking laughter. Another voice, seemingly further down the prison hallway, answers you. You hear laughter down the halls. It fills the hallway for a few moments, then only the soft humming of the lights can be heard. I guess I'll just sit and wait now? This isn't how... Okay.
I push harder to recall the night of my friend.
Wait. Sorry about that. Also, I need to get a drink. Alright. I thought about getting like water or getting some iced cold green tea, but I think what I'm gonna do is drink some of this Angry Orchard Sinful Apple. It's a hard cider and it has a spicy twist. Let's see here. What's so special about it? I think it has like cinnamon and stuff. Oh, that is quite good. That is quite good indeed.
I push harder to recall the night my friend, the living rapier, was found murdered in a dirty alley in South Dusk. I remember nothing. Then there's the murder of mayoral candidate and mob scion Antonio Boleno. Again, I draw a blank. Seemingly unrelated crimes, except, of course, that according to police reports, they died by my hands. When I really push hard to recall those memories, I'm confronted with a wall of thick gray and black fog. Thick as tar. My head starts to pound, like a warning not to delve too deeply for any glimpse of what really happened. For my effort, I suffer a throbbing headache and divine no insights. Whoever screwed me over, they're thorough. The 2 weeks before my incarceration are all a blur. It gets very clear after I was arrested. Captain Majestic himself swooped from the sky, and flew me here to Bramstrong Penitentiary. I've seen him lose friends in Europe during World War II, and seen the frustration when a supervillain gets away from him, which is pretty damn rare. But when he handed me to the guards here, I have never seen such an intense disappointment in his steel gray eyes. Little known fact most people don't know about me. I possess super senses.
I can't do this. Just the writing in this is so terrible.
Part blessing, part curse, I assure you. The inconvenience of superhearing sometimes cannot be understated, especially in a noisy cesspool like Dusk. But in the quiet of Bramstrong, it has its advantages. My superhearing detects someone opening the door to C block from the other side, even though it's far down the hall.
The refresh rate on this is just so great.
The stranger approaches, and from his footfall, I can tell he's a large, muscled man with a confident cadence. I know it's not a guard I've sensed before. As the person heads towards my cell, I'll learn more about him. He carries distinct scents from outside the prison. He is new to this place, though he carries himself as someone who should be here. I knew as the visitor arrived in front of my cell, despite his snappy blue uniform, that he was no prison guard. The Eerie Man. If you look at the government's dossier on him, he's listed as a hero, a mystic, expert of the odd, and professor emeritus of occult studies at Dusk University. During World War II, he served with the Vindicators as their resident magic man and supernatural authority on everything that isn't explained in an encyclopedia.
Agent Patriot, it is good to see you alive.
That actually wouldn't be his voice.
Taboos of society made him unpopular. He had maybe 5 friends in all the world, present company included. But in another time, in another place, I trusted him with my life. To say we have history is an understatement. We bled together countless times. He saved me, I saved him. After he left the Vindicators to pursue his studies, he became reclusive. We lost touch for years, but our debts run deep. Now he's risking a lot being here, and I'm torn on how I feel about that.
The choices are. I'm gonna announce all the choices because it's probably not very visible in the stream.
You shouldn't have come. It's too dangerous.
And
Great to see you, E. Appreciate you coming.
what are we thinking about? I feel like I'd probably go with the second one.
Great to see you, E. I appreciate you coming.
Sentiment is appreciated but moot. You've been framed. I regret I could not act sooner. You were safe here at first, but things have changed. We need to get you out. Now.
My mind's doing backflips trying to figure out if there's an angle here. My gut says he's sincere, but I've survived this long being a career pessimist. I need more information before making up my mind.
Not sure who to trust. My memories are foggy, and I trust you. But why am I missing memories?
Not sure who to trust. My memories are foggy. I see Erie's eyes flare with a soft blue light. He's using his mojo, scanning me. I know it's not harmful, but you never get used to that. When he's done, his concerned expression braces me for more mysteries and less answers.
I need to learn how to sip right after I press the next button.
Agent Patriot, you are not whole. Most of your memories and mind are intact, but there are some missing, like a void within you, or pages ripped from a book. Alas, I have seen this before, and I fear your ailment answers a question for me. 2 days before your incarceration, someone broke into my office, found my secret cache, and stole the talisman of infinite thoughts. It possesses the power to steal memories, and I believe that thief used it on you. For what reason, I do not know. But find the talisman, and you will recover your memories. Patriot, are you ready to leave now?
I trust you. What's the plan? No, I don't trust you. I'm staying. Before we go further, I have questions.
Fuck it. I trust you. What's the plan?
The plan is simple. You escape. But you will need help to do so. First, gather your strength, focus your mind, and use your leech power to take my magic.
So, a bit about leech. It's what makes me special.
As opposed to super senses.
Lets me swipe powers from other superpowered heroes or villains. It's not always pleasant or perfect. Just ask poor Eagle Eye. But that's a story for another time. The rules. Rule number 1. The effects are unpredictable, and there are limits I've learned to live with. Sometimes I can borrow a power for an hour. Other times, it's one use. Rule 2. There are a handful of superpowers that are too hot to handle. Rule number 3. My target loses their power while I enjoy it. So if I leech Erie's magic, it will sap his strength, and he'll lose his illusion disguise. His plan frees me and traps him, which I'm not fond of, honestly.
No, I can't leave you here. Okay, but what about you?
Okay, but what about you?
I will be fine. When you leave the cell, you will need to convince the guard at D block to leave. And since you will look like a guard, this should not be a problem. After that, you will likely need to leech the power from another superpowered prisoner to continue with your escape. Remember, when you do leech another power, you will lose my magic and my power will return to me, so I can maintain my illusion. You, however, will then be visible as Agent Patriot, so you will need to expedite your escape.
"6 months of lethargy, doubt, and fear drain away as a feeling of hope starts to well up within me. I'm getting out. 2 days is all I need. Good to know I have one friend I can count on."
I'll do that, but I wish there was another way. I'm convinced. I'll be back for you soon, Erie.
I'm convinced. I'll be back for you soon, Erie. I concentrate on Erie and start the leech. His power seeps into mine. Every superpower feels different when I absorb it. Erie's feels tangibly cold, almost like it's moving inside me. Like this angry orchard cider. Very good. Now you must invoke the chant of transformation. The spell will come to your mind.
Wait, sorry. Different voice.
Very good. Now you must invoke the chant of transformation. The spell will come to your mind. Just concentrate.
I picture the spell Yuri described, and odd symbols appear before my eyes. Instinctively, I start mumbling a string of guttural words that I don't understand, but I can sense that they are evoking a potent energy. Swirls of green motes of light emanate from my hands and my eyes flutter. I've absorbed a lot of powers, but out of respect I never took Erie's before today. I'm in no hurry to do it again. The unleashed magic feels like cold fingers crawling across my flesh. I complete the spell, and I'm now in the form of the guard, while Erie looks like me.
And so ends my involvement in your rescue. I will stay here, but there is another friend who will guide you from here. Your old partner Grey Falcon approached me several weeks ago. Together, we developed this plan. Quite a talented mind. Patriot, good luck with your quest. You must go now and reclaim your fate.
Erie hands me a square metallic device. I take it, and it feels lighter than it looks. The design looks familiar. Similar to devices that Grey Falcon and I used on heist jobs in the old days. That's an important point. Grey Falcon was my partner when I was working for the mob. He was loyal to me, but didn't follow me to the war to become a hero. He wanted out of the mob, but he also didn't want to join the Vindicators either. When I came back from the war, Grey Falcon stayed in hiding, but helped me on my city patrols. Kind of like my eyes in the shadow, necessary since he was still wanted by the law.
Your Falcon device is a multi-purpose communication device that stores information during your adventure. It will display a map of your location, allow you to navigate your surroundings, record dialogues, and allow communication with your old partner, Grey Falcon. To activate it, press Menu. Your Falcon device also allows you to request hints. If you get stuck during the adventure, your partner Grey Falcon is ready to help. To request a hint, press the menu button and then select Get a Hint. This will call Grey Falcon and he will offer some help to you.
Simon, looks like Mr. Eerie pulled through again. Listen, we can catch up when you're out, but right now, I need to explain a few things. I'll be able to help you with this Falcon device. I'm uploading a schematic of the prison to it right now. You need to leave the cell and make your way out of the prison. If you need a helpful hint, you can call me with the Falcon anytime. Good luck!
Congratulations! You will now learn how to navigate different locations. You will choose destinations from a list, just like how you choose dialogue responses.
With my super hearing, I detect faint whispers through the thick walls. At the end of the hall, there is an elevator door. I need to figure out my next move. Talk to the prisoners or head to the elevator.
The options are go talk to Cinder in C1, go talk to Eerie in C2, go talk to the Behemoth in C3, take elevator to D block level. Let's go talk to Cinder in C1.
It doesn't take my super senses to feel the rise in temperature and the palpable warmth of the door. Whatever is on the other side must be generating intense heat.
What would you like to do? Activate intercom. Where the hell have you been? It's about time you showed up. If you can hurry this escape up, there's a high-stakes game on East Side Dusk if we can still make.
Wait, were you expecting me?
Yes, I was expecting you, but I can't say how. I don't reveal my sources. Part of my code. You'll have to take it on faith that there's someone on the outside that knows a lot about you and might just be interested in seeing you out. If you want to hear the plan, let me know.
You have my attention. Keep talking.
It won't be a cakewalk breaking out of here. Assuming you get out, which you obviously have, you'll set off alarms as soon as you try to leave. And you know the warden doesn't need much time to find you once the alarm goes off. But what if the alarms were already on? My source told me how it could be done.
I'm listening.
My contact gave me a code. You put it in the warden's computer, and it will fire off the alarm and unlock the sub-hatch so you can escape. No one gets hurt, you get out, and my source is happy. I'm up for parole in a few days, so when I'm out, come see me and I'll do you a solid. What do you say?
Give me the code.
Excellent. You'll need to get into the warden's office. It's the only place that has control over the prison cells. Good luck. See you on the other side.
Cinder rattles off a long sequence of letters and numbers that you can...
Cinder rattles off a long sequence of letters and numbers that you commit to memory. You now have the warden's password.
With my super hearing, I detect faint whispers through the thick wall.
Okay. What's... Also, I've got like about 13 minutes left. You stand before a solidly reinforced prison cell door. Your keen eyes can see the telltale weave of microfibrous kinetic dampeners woven into the adamantite door, quite possibly making this the strongest door in the world. You surmise it could survive hundreds of forced tons of punishment. Whatever is behind this door is likely a heavy hitter. What would you like to do? Activate intercom, of course. There is a crackling sound as the intercom acknowledges your request. A mechanical voice informs you that the communication have been disabled for prisoner X-125 Behemoth. Exercise extreme caution. Majestic 12 access only.
The extra support around the door makes sense now. The behemoth is a terrifying force of nature, a mindless wrecking ball of a super creature. After it leveled 3 blocks of Dusk's Lower East Side, it took a team of 7 Vindicators to fend it off long enough for the Siren to take it down. I better leave this door alone for now.
Peter, real. Very quickly. There's my cat. She's just chilling there. Rita. Chilling. Chilling. Okay. Well, let's take the elevator down to the D block level then.
The elevator's open and I'm staring straight at a blue bull. He looks surprised to see me. While my illusionary disguise still remains intact, I can tell the guard feels like something is off. He sizes me up and down with an intense scrutiny. Checks me out. Guess I get to see how well the spell holds up. I meet his gaze, careful not to flinch. I should be careful with this bull.
Combat tutorial. You're about to enter a situation where you might have to fight an opponent. Your innate combat sense will show you how to beat the opponent with a series of attacks. You will need to remember the sequence of letters shown to you and input them in the correct order by using the keyboard. If you lose the same fight twice, don't get discouraged. You can use a hint. Okay.
What are you doing here? I don't have a shift replacement.
Wait. What are you doing here? I don't have a shift replacement for another 30 minutes. This is highly irregular. I guess I could use an early break. So, you know the drill. I need to ask you today's protocol password query. What's the prisoner in C3? I was in C2. Was Behemoth was in C3? Okay, that's right. Scariest thing in this prison. Feeding that thing is the trickiest job you can imagine, eh? Move along and get to your post. Yay, non-violent. Okay, Okay, it's 9:52 right now. You know what? This feels like there are a bunch of things to do here, so I'm just gonna save and quit for now. Alright, well, this has been part 1 of maybe just part 1, or maybe part 1 of many of Dusk World. An interactive adventure for Amazon Kindle. I'm sorry, I shouldn't laugh when I say that. Alright, thanks for tuning in, and have a good night, everyone.